Hey guys, it's Blacksphere and I'm back with another video. And excuse me if you hear anything in the background because it's kind of raining right now. So just excuse that, please. But today we're going to be speaking on the upcoming Dragon Ball Super BROLY movie. You know, the one that's coming in December in Japan, but January in the US. We are going to be talking about leaks in that movie. Right now we got a new BROLY design, and it doesn't really look too far off of how the original uncanon design of him looks in his basic form. But it does look a little different. What's different about him is that there's a little bit more scars on his body. And there's even the scar on his cheek that we've seen before in the poster art. He's still wearing pants, and it looks like he still has that, the cloth wrapped around his pants that he already had before. I don't know how to call it. But his pants are blue, and the cloth is green. Looks like it's some type of animal fur. And it's kind of, he looks kind of battered. Well, the clothing, it looks kind of battered, like he's been fighting with it already, or like he's been living in a wild or something. His skin tone also looks a little bit darker. His shoes also look familiar, like the one that Vegeta has. I can't believe I'm gonna have to wait all the way to January to get to see this. Dang well, nobody will let me go to Japan in December just to watch the movie. I don't know. Maybe I could start doing that stuff when I'm older, a bit older. His hair also looks a bit unchanged. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's because he got the little headband thing that wrapped around his hairline off, which made his hair look a certain type of way. Maybe that's the reason why it looks different. But is it just me, or not only does he look a little bit more dark skinned now, but he looks more buff and masculine and toned and stuff. But anyway, I'm just kind of happy that he doesn't look too different of how the uncanon BROLY looks. Moving on to the next image. The next image is him in his legendary Super Saiyan form. And oh my god, that guy looks buff. I don't know if he changed pants or something, because in the last image his pants were blue and now it's purple. Kind of looks like he's probably working with the Frieza Force. It's like, you know, Frieza's people like wore some type of blue pants. No, wore some type of purple pants or whatever. But his people is still gone. Well, of course, because yeah, you can't really control it. But I want BROLY to learn how to control it in this story. And what I'd like to see is most likely more Kefla and Caulifla, but more Kefla, because Kefla is the one with the legendary Super Saiyan form, and I want him to see her, and I want them to fight. They could just be extra, so it'll be one legendary Super Saiyan versus another, and I really hope that happens, because Kefla's gotten pretty strong in the tournament of power, as we've seen when she learned how to control her Berserk legendary Super Saiyan. That BROLY kind of has less to control. But what I kind of like about this movie is that he'll probably have more of a back. He probably won't just be the child that was just annoyed by Goku's unnecessary crying, and probably not either the child that got stabbed or the baby that got stabbed. But what's BROLY obsessed with having the clothing wrapped around his pants? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you had to see it before, like when you see a kid and like they have their jacket and they take it and fold it around their waist. That's what it kind of looks like, and BROLY's obsessed with that, I guess. What's different about his clothes is that the tip of his shoes is now green, not yellow, and his armband kind of has a little white lining at the edges. But I don't know why he would I don't know if it's true though, but why would he be in the Frieza Force if it actually happens? Because would Frieza just throw his old sane racism morals away and just take one of them in? Frieza most likely will be in this, even though that sounds probably far-fetched. I'm probably not that far off. Probably might be in this due to BROLY's pants purple color and stuff. But again, I'm just liking that he doesn't look too different of how he originally looks when he was uncanon. And I know since the last BROLY was well, the first BROLY were made by someone named, I don't remember what his full name was, but I think his last name was Toyama. But in this movie, he will be it's written by Akira Toriyama. So I'm just hoping that his backstory or origin doesn't really change too much, because if it does, it'll make me feel like he's different. I don't know, like, but it may be for the better or maybe better. I also don't know if he's still gonna be only knowing one word, and that word is Kakarot. Just saying Kakarot all the time. I want him to actually have full-fledged sentences. Okay, and the next image, which is the last one, looks like a regular Super Saiyan BROLY fighting a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Goku at the same time. And the background looks like that same icy place domain that we seen in the movie preview, if I'm not wrong. But how strong is he if he's just not even in his legendary Super Saiyan form and pushing them, looks like he's pushing them back in regular Super Saiyan, and both of them are in blue? What if we get an Ultra Instincts return? And I know that only happens in like dire situations when like Goku's like on the verge of death. But like, what if Broly pushes him to that point and it ends up unlocking it? A lot of people were complaining about this movie, and a lot of people were actually getting real hyped for it. I'm on the more hype side. I'm just hoping that nothing bad happens with his character overall. But I want to ask you how you feel about this. How do you feel about this movie? How do you feel about these leaks? And how do you feel about the new Broly? But anyways, this video is over. Like if you like, subscribe if you're new and want more content from me. And that'll be all. See you soon.